So if you have a LG True Balance, or most LGs that are set up like this, where you got your soap and everything up here in the corner, down here in the bottom you have your drain. See how it's flashing OE right now? That's a pump or non-draining error code. Most of the time this filter in here is plugged up, and it just needs to be cleaned. Most of the time you spin that filter out, clean it out, put it back in, put it back on your drain cycle, and you're perfectly fine. Other times it's the routing of the hose in the back. These LGs are made more to go out and down. Most people run them up in the air and then in their drain, and what ends up happening is it overworks the pump, and then like after a couple years of using it, maybe more, the pump goes out. This particular one, the pump did go out. It just doesn't sound healthy at all, so I actually ordered a new pump, and I'm going to take the front of this off to install it. But most of the time this filter here, or this trap, needs to be cleaned out, and that's the reason for the OE code. I'm going to go ahead and continue pulling all this apart, and then I'll update you as I'm doing it. The drain that I'm talking about is the drain right there that goes into the wall. People route them up high and then down into their drain. Typically it's not good to do that this way. This house is set up where it has to be that way, so I'm going to end up replacing this pump again because we don't really have any other option. But you can see here how that gray tube, you can kind of see it down there. The drain from the back of it goes back there into the wall. That gray tube, it's routed too high and it puts too much stress on the pump, and the pump ends up going bad. But I'm going to work with what I have here, put a new pump in it, and then I'll do a separate video on installing the pump.